9 out of 10 drivers have never heard of a single one of these hacks, and just one of them could save you thousands in repair bills over the life of your car. Mechanics, dealerships, and body shops would honestly prefer you never found out about any of this. Today, I'm showing you 15 must-try car hacks you'll never believe actually work, using stuff you probably already have sitting in your kitchen, bathroom, or garage right now. Let's jump right in. Hack number 15, the soda rust eraser. Rust spots bubbling up on your hood, door, or bumper? A body shop wants $200 to $500 to sand, treat, and repaint it. Here's what they don't tell you. Grab a bottle of Coca-Cola, pour it directly onto the rust, and let it sit for 10 minutes. The phosphoric acid breaks the rust down chemically. Scrub with foil or a wire brush, then wipe clean. The rust lifts right off, leaving clean bare metal behind, ready for a fresh coat of touch-up paint if you want to seal it. A bottle of Coke costs $2 and treats every rust spot on your car. Here's the kicker. Professional rust removers contain the exact same phosphoric acid, just repackaged at a massive markup, and Coke also cleans corroded terminals and dissolves road salt. Body shops profit from selling rust treatments and follow-up paint jobs. A $2 bottle eliminates that revenue stream completely, which is exactly why they never mention it. Hack number 14, the tire shine secret. Faded, dull tire sidewalls make your whole car look older than it is. Tire dressings at the store run $10 to $18 a bottle, and most of it washes off the first time it rains. Here's what detailers actually use. Black paste shoe polish, not the liquid kind. Work it into the sidewall with a brush in small circles. Let it sit a minute, then buff off the excess with a dry rag. You're left with a deep, even, matte black finish that survives highway speed and doesn't attract grime. A tin of paste shoe polish costs $3 and lasts for months, treating every tire on your car with plenty left over for touch-ups later. Detailers have quietly used this trick for years without advertising it because the markup on branded tire products is too good to give up. Your tires look brand new for the price of a candy bar. Hack number 13, the power window reset. If one of your power windows hesitates, stops halfway, or won't close unless you hold the button the whole time, don't hand a mechanic $200 to $400 for a new motor yet. Here's what your dealer never told you at delivery. Power windows run on a calibrated memory system, and if the battery has ever been disconnected, that calibration resets. Here's the fix. Hold the button down until the window reaches the bottom, then keep holding for 3 more seconds. Now hold the button up until it's fully closed, and hold 3 more seconds again. Release, then test the window with 1 press. On most cars, that sequence rewrites the motor's memory instantly and restores full, one-touch operation. Mechanics file this as a window regulator diagnostic and charge $60 to $90 in labor for a 30-second button sequence you can do yourself for free right now in your driveway. Hack number 12, the rim shine trick. Brake dust and baked-on grime on your rims that won't come off? A detailer charges $60 to $100 to restore that factory shine. Here's the secret sitting in your garage. Grab a can of WD-40, spray it generously on the rims. Let it sit 30 seconds to break down the grime, then wipe with a microfiber cloth in circular motions. WD-40 dissolves brake dust and road tar without harsh scrubbing, and your rims come out looking freshly detailed. A can costs $5 and cleans all 4 wheels multiple times over, even on rims caked with months of built-up grime. Here's the kicker. WD-40 also leaves a thin protective coating that repels future brake dust, so your next cleaning is even easier. detailers want you coming back monthly for this exact service. One $5 can make you self-sufficient and kills their easiest recurring revenue stream. Hack number 11, the battery corrosion fix. Chalky white crust building up on your battery terminals until one morning your car hesitates to start? A mechanic sees that corrosion and quotes you $150 to $300 for a new battery. But here's what most drivers don't know. Corrosion mimics a dying battery, but it's usually just a surface cleaning problem. Mix a tablespoon of baking soda with a cup of water, pour it directly over the terminals, and watch it fizz as it neutralizes the acid buildup. Scrub with an old toothbrush, rinse, dry completely, and reconnect. A box of baking soda costs $2 and cleans your battery dozens of times over, and it also works on any other corroded metal connection under the hood. Cleaning your terminals every 6 months prevents future corrosion entirely and extends your battery's life by years. Mechanics lose an easy battery sale every time a driver learns this 5-minute trick instead. Hack number 10, the wiper blade revival. Streaking, skipping, squeaking wipers? Your mechanic recommends new blades for $30 to $60, insisting the rubber is worn out. Before you buy anything, try this first. Pour rubbing alcohol onto a clean cloth, lift the wiper blade away from the glass, and wipe down the entire rubber edge. Then flip the cloth and wipe again to strip off grime, oils, and residue. Clean the windshield itself with the same alcohol. A bottle costs $3 and cleans your wipers many times over. And the same alcohol works great on the rest of your glass too. Here's what they don't tell you. Most wiper problems come from road oils and car wash residue building up on the rubber, not actual wear. This single cleaning can extend your blade life 6 months to a year, saving you multiple replacement cycles the shop swore you needed. Hack number 9, the hidden cargo hooks. Groceries tipping over in your trunk on every drive home, eggs scrambled, bottles rolling everywhere? Cargo organizers at the auto store run $25 to $60 for something your car might already have built in for free. Here's what almost nobody notices. Most SUVs, crossovers, minivans, and even plenty of sedans built in the last decade have retractable cargo hooks folded flat into the trunk floor or sidewalls. They're designed to disappear when not in use, which is exactly why owners never spot them. Check your trunk floor and sidewalls, especially near the corners, for flat metal loops or recessed clips. Lift them up, and you've got real anchor points to hang and secure your grocery bags so nothing tips over again. It's a factory feature nobody ever tells you exists, and once you spot it, you'll wonder how you ever drove without using it. Hack number 8, the toothpaste headlight fix. Yellowed, hazy headlights aren't just ugly, they're a real safety issue since ultraviolet damage scatters your light output and cuts your night visibility. Restoration kits at the auto store cost $20 to $35 and require wet sanding. Here's a 2-step method for almost nothing. Apply non-gel white toothpaste to each lens and scrub firmly with a damp cloth in small circles for about 2 minutes. The mild abrasive lifts the oxidized layer and clears the haze. Rinse clean, then, while the lens is still damp, apply a thin coat of regular paste car wax and buff it out to seal the surface. Shops charge $80 to $150 for professional restoration with a motorized polisher. Your total cost with toothpaste and wax you already own sits under $5, and the results last for months before you'd ever need to repeat the process. Before we get into the truly jaw-dropping ones, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. Hours of research go into these scripts, and every like helps us keep exposing what mechanics don't want you to know. All right, back to it. Hack number 7, the hidden auto lock feature. Ever walked away from your car and had that nagging thought, did I actually lock it? Here's something your dealer never showed you at delivery. Most vehicles built after 2010 have an automatic door locking feature built directly into the car's computer. It just ships disabled from the factory. Once enabled, it locks all doors automatically once you hit a set speed, or the moment you shift into park and pull the key. Turning it on takes about 90 seconds through your infotainment menu under vehicle or door lock settings, depending on the make and model. Some older vehicles use a specific button sequence on the door panel instead, laid out in your owner's manual. Dealers charge $150 to program this as a convenience upgrade. The software's already sitting in your car right now, completely free, just waiting to be switched on, and once it's active, you'll never worry about a forgotten lock again. Hack number 6, the door seal saver. Doors getting harder to close, making cracking noises, rubber seals drying out and tearing? A dealership will quote $200 to $400 per door to replace them, claiming the rubber's beyond saving. But here's what they don't tell you. Rubber seals dry out from sun and temperature swings, not from actual wear, and they can usually be restored, not replaced. Grab a jar of petroleum jelly, apply a thin layer along the entire seal with your fingers, spreading it evenly. It penetrates the rubber, restores flexibility, and creates a barrier against moisture and UV damage. A jar costs $3 and treats all 4 doors many times over. Here's the kicker. The same trick works on your trunk seal, sunroof seal, and even your wiper blades. One $3 jar replaces an $800 to $1,600 repair bill completely, and it keeps working every time you reapply it every few months. Hack number 5, the sunroof drain rescue. Water leaking through your headliner or pooling in the footwells after it rains? A dealership will diagnose a sunroof leak and want $300 to $600 to replace seals or repair the mechanism. But here's what most drivers do not know. Your sunroof has small drain holes in each corner that channel water away through tubes, and over time, leaves and debris clog them completely. Open the sunroof, locate those drain holes in the tray corners, and clear the blockage with a pipe cleaner, trimmer line, or compressed air. Pour a little water into the tray to confirm it drains properly. This costs about $2 and takes 10 minutes. Clogged drains are actually the #1 cause of interior water leaks, not damaged seals, and dealerships would much rather sell you a repair than mention the drains at all, since water damage claims are some of their most profitable jobs. Hack number 4, the spark plug swap. Car misfiring, idling rough, or struggling to accelerate. A mechanic diagnoses worn spark plugs and quotes $150 to $300 for replacement, bundled with a tune-up package you probably don't need. But here's what they're hiding. Replacing spark plugs is a simple job most drivers finish in 30 minutes. Buy the correct plugs for your car for $15 to $40. Pull off the rubber boot on top of the engine, unscrew the old plug with a spark plug socket, and screw in the new one hand tight before snugging it with a wrench, one at a time so you don't mix up the wires. That's the entire job, saving you $110 to $260 in labor. Spark plug replacement is intentionally designed to be owner serviceable, which is exactly why shops bundle it with services you never actually asked for or needed in the first place. Hack number 3, the clay bar secret. Paint that feels rough and gritty even right after a wash, with tree sap and industrial fallout bonded to the clear coat. A detailer wants $150 to $300 for paint decontamination and polishing. Here's the professional secret they don't advertise. Buy a clay bar kit for $15 to $25, spray the included lubricant onto a small section of paint, and glide the clay gently across the surface in straight lines. The clay grabs and lifts bonded contaminants that washing alone can never touch. Fold and knead the clay as you go to expose a clean surface. Your entire car ends up glass smooth, saving you around $275 on professional detailing. This is the exact process detailers use before polishing and waxing, kept as their secret weapon, because once you learn how easy it is, you'll never pay for decontamination again, and the same clay bar works twice a year to keep it that way. Hack number 2, the slow fuel trick. Every time you fill up, you squeeze the trigger to full flow and stand there waiting, thinking you are being efficient. In reality, this is one of the most common ways drivers quietly damage their own fuel system. Here is what is actually happening. Fuel rushing in at full speed agitates sediment sitting at the bottom of the underground storage tank, and that stirred up sediment gets pulled straight into your fuel system, where it clogs injectors and stresses the fuel filter over time. Pumping at half speed instead lets that sediment settle before it enters your tank, dramatically reducing what makes it into your system. It costs you a few extra minutes per fill-up. What it prevents is hundreds of dollars in injector cleaning and premature filter replacements that mechanics happily diagnose as normal wear, when really it is a habit at the pump that caused it, one that costs you nothing extra to fix besides a little patience. Hack number 1, the AC shutoff habit that saves you thousands. You always turn off your car with the AC still blasting on full power without thinking twice. But here's what's actually happening. Restarting your car with the AC on forces the compressor to engage immediately, dumping maximum load onto your engine and electrical system right at startup. That creates excessive wear on the compressor and strains your battery every single time, and a failed AC compressor runs $500 to $1,200 to replace. Here's the habit that prevents it entirely. Turn your AC off about 30 seconds before you shut off the engine, and let the fan run on its own for those last few seconds to dry out the evaporator and stop mold from forming. This costs nothing and adds years to your AC system's life. AC compressors fail early from hard starts and moisture, not normal wear, which is exactly why mechanics never mention this one free habit that could add years to your entire AC system's life. How many of these 15 hacks did you already know? Drop a comment and tell me which one blew your mind the most. If this video just saved you hundreds or even thousands in mechanic and dealership fees, smash that subscribe button, because we've got way more money-saving car secrets like this coming your way. And if you're ready to see even more tricks the industry doesn't want you to know, click the video on your screen right now. Trust me, you'll wish you'd known these years ago, and your wallet will thank you every single time you drive.